WWL-TV. The spirit of Louisiana. This is Louisiana's news leader. Channel 4's Eyewitness Morning News.
It's something many of us put off, a doctor's visit, but it is at the regular checkup that a serious illness is often detected. And joining us this morning are primary care physicians, husband and wife, Troy Davis and Brandee Simon Davis. And thank you both very much for coming in, because this is a subject that could save lives. If people had an annual checkup, it could save lives.
Absolutely. There's a lot of preventive medicine measures that we take and screen for that have actually been shown to prolong life and actually improve the quality of that life that we have. Things like diabetes, high blood pressure, and high cholesterol. You know, somebody with those ailments, that it doesn't hurt them, but they're walking around and it's doing damage to them.
And the type of checkup you get, I guess it depends on your gender as well as your age.
Yes, there's age-specific screenings that we do, and depending on family history and anything like that, they would change the appropriate ages that we would check for certain ailments.
Well, let's talk about for the young adult, someone in the 20s. What are some things that they should be concerned about with a checkup?
You know, basically screening for diabetes, high blood pressure and high cholesterol, which I mentioned earlier, especially if there's an overweight or a strong family history of any of those things. Some things in that age group aren't as important as maybe when you get older, unless there's a family history of something specific, like maybe early colon cancer or something along those lines.
And for the middle-aged individual, what are some of the exams that men and women should consider having on a regular basis?
Well, of course, females should always have a yearly pap smear. Men, as they get older, you know, about 45, depending on their family history, you start screening for prostate cancers. As we hit 50s, of course, colon cancer is a screening we recommend. And of course, for the females, a mammogram once a year, starting at 40.
And it's so important to know your family history, because while you may start a colonoscopy when you're 50, if you have a family history, you're going to start that in your 40s. Right. Because if you wait, it could be very, very dangerous. So what do you say to people who say, well, you know what, I feel fine, I'm healthy, I don't have to worry about going to the doctor, it's going to cost me too much money to go and pay the copay, or if you don't have insurance to pay out of pocket. What do you say to people?
You know, again, it's an investment in your health and having that not only a long life, but a life you can enjoy, so that you can chase your grandkids when you're in your 60s and 70s and not be sort of bedridden or confined to a wheelchair. And that's the sort of things we want to do, keep you going the best our knowledge in medicine has.
But a lot of insurance companies do offer an annual physical where there is no copay. It is offered at 100%. So as we were when we were children, getting our well visits every year, it should continue into an adulthood to just check for things that we may not see that are there. Yeah,
and you could check your insurance policies, because there are well visits, in examinations or whatever, the yearly examination that is covered in that. And it could be something that you can nip in the bud,
right,
as opposed to waiting until there's symptoms. Well, thank you both very much for being here, Dr. Davis and Dr. Davis. Appreciate it.
Thank you.